Time for another stock review. This time we're talking Apogee Therapeutics, ticker symbol APGE. Yep, we're back in the laboratory again today and looking at the white powder and everything around therapeutics today. A very interesting one, this one. I'm going to give you a full breakdown of the stock. Remember, I only own the S&P 500. I'm completely impartial and unbiased. I'm just going to give you the facts. So we're going to look at the website. We're going to look at some latest news, what the company's all about. We're also going to look at the latest developments from the company. I'm also going to give you a profit and loss, the balance sheet, a solvency score, a profitability score, inside trading. What's the short interest like? Can you make money on this stock? Is it right for you? Well, we're going to cover all of that in this review. So we are still in a bull market at the making of this video. So with interest rates primed to come down in the summer, as we've been saying now for a year and a half. Let's get straight into Apogee Therapeutics. Note that I use the most advanced algorithmic software. This is made during a live show. People can comment during the making of this video. So if you are new here or watching it live, please tap the subscribe button. I make all my videos completely live with all the effects and B-roll. I do it as I talk to you on my own. There's no one else here. So let's get straight into the review. What is Apogee Therapeutics? So we're going to start nice and simple and get more in depth. First of all then, Apogee, $69 right now. And we've seen it opened here in 2023. It's very, very new. And it opened IPO back there in July, and unusually we didn't get a drop like we normally do after we get a pop and then a drop. This is held and then steadily gone up and then suddenly exploded. That's what you want to see. The stock opens, doesn't get that much interest, so it doesn't get overbought or oversold, doesn't suddenly collapse, goes sideways, builds some ground, starts rising, does well, and then we get a breakthrough and boom. That's a nice chart. I like that. So far, I like it. What is it? Apogee Therapeutics operates as a biotechnology company. It offers treatment of atopic dermatitis, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, and related inflammatory and immunology. Let's show a bit more. Why not? The company was founded in 2022, headquartered in Waltham, MA. The listed name is APGE, Apogee Therapeutics. Now, Michael Henderson, I'd like to have you on the show. I will never reach out, email, message you. I don't believe in spamming you. I don't believe in selling myself. But I do have an army of investors, and they will contact you. They will say, hey, I invest in this company, and I'd love you to be on the show. Your stock will rank #1 on Google and YouTube. All my stocks, nearly all of my stocks do now, and you'll get a lot more attention. I'm not here to pump and dump the stock. I only own the S&P. I'm fully invested in the market, but I don't own individual stocks. That way I can be impartial and fair and honest. And I love sharing stories of companies. We've had we have CEOs on the show. We've got many more lined up in the future. We have special guests. They share their stories. They love to be on the show. They say it's better than like Bloomberg and CNBC and Mad Money. It's much more personal and real. We don't set up the questions beforehand. We have a conversation and we share it with the world in a very unique style. So if you do hear from the investors, please do reach out to me. Investors, you're watching this now, contact social media. Put this video on social media. Also investor relations. You can email below the video. I'll give you the link to the invite the CEO press kit. It's like a video I've made for you to pass on to the CEO. Makes your life a bit easier. And we hope to have Michael Henderson on the show. Massachusetts, around since 2022. If you're buying it on margin, it's regarded as not the highest risk. 60%, halfway up, of course. It's not the highest risk, but it is risky nevertheless. It's a market cap of $3.52 billion. The 52-week high is 71 and the 52-week low is 14. So It does look like it's volatile, except it's not really. It's been steadily rising with a little bit of movement. You know, the stock market isn't a straight line, but it's done all right so far. Now, the analysts, who I never take this as a buy sign, Morningstar, they're paid, they're influenced, their reviews are of no interest to me whatsoever. But I will share with you here, and then I will show you my review later as we get into the numbers later on. They are saying it's a strong buy. Well, the market would suggest that too, because the price is up. They were losing money. They did improve Q3, and now they've just done Q4, and they've beaten on earnings. We are nearly cash positive now. That's a very, very good story. So far, it's a buy from me if I was buying the stock. We've gone from losing money to virtually making profit, to beating it again. Very good. Estimated to lose 49 cents a share, and they actually lost 32 cents a share. So we're doing very, very well, very much better. That's looking good. That's a very good trajectory, but of course, very early days. We don't have much information on the stock at all. Who else is buying this stock? This is very nice to see. Very nice to see. I'm not seeing any scammy stocks, rubbishy stocks. I'm seeing good businesses, which is unusual for a therapeutics company, because I was expecting to see other therapeutic companies. I'm guessing that this company isn't getting much attention right now, but perhaps it's attracting from retail investors, but it's attracting attention perhaps from institutions, the people that buy these sort of companies. Very interesting. All good stocks, all up. Good, some very good companies, very good Taiwan semicomputers. SoundHound, good. I haven't researched CrowdStrike. I think I did this one. I'm not too sure about it now. AMD, I really honestly can't remember. And Nvidia, well, we all know the story of Nvidia. It's great, but it's overbought. Right, so that's good. Some good company you are keeping here. Okay, let's now move on because we want to know if we, as investors, can we make money on this stock if we buy this? If we research the numbers, can we make money from this stock? End of the day, we are here as investors to return on our investments. Let's now go over to the website and have a little look at the way it presents itself. Please tap the like button. I'd appreciate that. And subscribe and ring the bell if you like this content. All right, Apogee. Some recent news, only out just a few days ago. Apogee announces positive phase 1 interim data. Now, I'm going to just say at this point, therapeutics companies, biopharmaceuticals, all this kind of stuff, very risky because they spend a lot of money researching, a lot of trials, a lot of ongoing expenses. And if the trials go wrong or somebody dies or something doesn't pan out, things can collapse in moments. However, if they get a breakthrough and something that nobody else has been able to, break through, then the stock can go up, can explode. So a pharmaceutical stock, a therapeutic stock, or any of these kind of companies can do very, very well, but they can also collapse very quickly. So the risk to reward is there. So there's a good potential here to make money as long as things go well. But anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Let's have a look at the latest news. I'm going to zoom in as much as I can in atopic dermatitis, inflammatory diseases. Let's zoom in a little bit here for you. In fact, that's fine. I think we're okay with that. Apogee Therapeutics encouraging interim phase 1 data for APGE 777, a promising lead product candidate aimed at addressing moderate to severe atopic dermatitis and other inflammatory diseases. The findings have already exceeded the company's trial objectives ahead of the planned schedule, according to Apogee. Good. APGE 777 is a novel subcutaneous monoclonal antibody. I always love these medical ones. They always catch me out with long words. With an extended half-life targeting interleukin IL-13. It enables extended dosing intervals and higher exposure levels in induction. The phase 1 trial is first in human randomized double-blind placebo-controlled study. The trial evaluated the safety and pharmacokinetics of APGE 777 in healthy volunteers, enrolling 40 participants across 3 single ascending dose and 2 multiple ascending dose cohorts. Results from the trial showcase half-life of approximately 75 days across doses tested, with deep and sustained inhibition of key AD biomarkers for up to 3 months. Moreover, APGE 777 demonstrated a favorable safety profile with single dose up to 1200 milligrams and multiple doses of 300 milligrams being well tolerated. Okay, I'm not going to go any more into that, and we'll be here all day, of course, but that's good. They've had some trials doing well. We like that. That's good for the stock. Things are going well. Let's have a look at the company. Just a bit more information. Our philosophy is simple. Our goal is to discover and develop new differentiated therapies for a range of I&I indications. We aim to accomplish this goal by focusing on known biologic drivers of disease and utilizing advanced antibody engineering to develop product candidates with optimized properties that have the potential to overcome limitations of existing therapies. We believe our approach will enable us to develop a portfolio of therapies that are differentiated compared to the currently available standards of care and address unmet medical needs of I&I indications. I apologize for turning around. Okay, just a little brief overlook of the website. I'm in dark mode, so it doesn't look too great in dark mode with me. Some websites are optimized for dark mode and some are not. This one doesn't look too great in dark mode. Right, now let's go into the numbers. At the end of the day, we want to know, can we make money from this? Remember, this is a very risky sector, but if they get it right, it can pay dividends and you can do very well indeed. So shall we invest in this? Let's look over the numbers and make an informed decision whether it's right for you to buy the stock or not. Here we go. Now then, the stock has only been around for a short while, as we know, so we do not have all the information to hand. Intrinsic value is vital and it's not available. We've not had the numbers yet from the company. Revenue, again, we do not have any numbers. Our latest numbers, which is nothing through from September 2023. Operating income was negative 86.6 million, down on the most recent range, 39%. Net income is down 29%. This is back in September. We haven't got anything since then. Okay, I mean, this is the information that we've been able to pick up. If we can't get information, then we can only present what we can. It is what it is. The balance sheet at the time, I can tell you now, this was updated March 12th today. This is updated information, but it's all the information that's available at the moment. This company's been around for a very short period of time. 426 million in assets, 17 million in liabilities. So obviously we don't have any long-term debt or even short-term. Well, I suppose we could have short-term debt, but our balance sheet is good. It's all cash though. Like I said the other day, I could set up a business, have a perfect balance sheet with $10 because I've got $10, I've got no debts, I don't owe any money, and I've got a great balance sheet. However, can I make money from the business is different. Well, only time will tell. But we are well stocked in cash. But again, for a company like this, we can spend that on a trial. But anyway, 426 million is what we have, and no short or long-term debt. So the balance sheet is fine, but it's new. We don't have a lot of information. Operating margin, all this, none of it is showing. So it's very hard to say whether it's a company to invest looking at numbers. You can decide to buy the company because you like what they're doing and their trials are going well and so on and so forth. But to value the company, that's difficult to say at this stage. All right, negative free cash flow, 27. So negative free cash flow, negative operating income, negative net income, negative ROE, 27% profitability. That's what we're getting at the moment. But like I said, the balance sheet is great. They're not going to go bust at all. 81%. It's one of the highest, if not the highest, solvency scores I've seen. But as I say, if I started with $10 today and had no debts or expenses, I'd be 81% as well. It's starting in a good place. It's got cash, doesn't have any debts. Things are looking good, but we need more information. Wall Street, they have given it a target. Worst case scenario, $75, 14%. So you're going to outperform the S&P within a year. Worst case scenario. Again, it's only a forecast, but it's the lowest forecast, right? Average forecast up 32% and highest forecast is 51%. Thank you, Disciple, for your subscription. We are live making this video. The competition, you might want to check the competition out. I will give you a link to my software in a moment and you can check that out. What about insiders? Well, we've got some good news here. During the last 12 months, insiders have bought $79 million worth of the stock. That's good. That was back here. That was Fairmont Funds Management. Now, isn't that what I said to you right at the beginning? It's not getting much attention from retail investors. It's getting attention from fund managers. It's getting attention from institutions. That's good. That's a very good sign. Retail investors aren't all over this. So I doubt if there's any short interest. I doubt that. We'll come to that in a moment. I'm reading this in real time. I'm learning as I'm reading this. I'm making these videos live. It's the way I do it. Let's have a look. There we go. Short interest, 9%. We do have some short interest, but not very much at all. 9.37. It is a certain amount. Significant extreme is over 20%, but we have 9%. We do have some short interest here. It's not as low as Amazon and Apple, for example, which is virtually none. But we do have some short interest, but like I expected, either none or very little. All right. There is no sentiment. There is no news. No one's talking about it. No one's reporting on it. There's been no media sources here detected. There's nothing. Nothing at all. So this is an unknown quantity right now. So I will make a prediction and I will tell you now that I would expect that we'll rank #1 for this on Google and YouTube, or at least on YouTube, within a week. Within a week, with our numbers and the people that follow our channel. So if the CEO or the company came on the show, I'm sure that they would benefit from this and draw attention to the retail investor, those that watch our show and those that look for stock related information. So there we go. Can we give this a buy? Well, it's got a good balance sheet, but it's new. It would have well, not necessarily. You could start a business without any money, of course, but it's got a good balance sheet. Not a huge amount of money for what we need to do here, though. But nevertheless, it does have some money. Very limited information that I can find right now, so I'm not able to really update any further than this. So I can't say it's a buy. Purely because I would just be guessing. I would be guessing and it would be no more than that. But if we look at it, if we just scroll down just a moment, look at the market cap, it's a strong buy from the analysts. Wall Street are giving it a good run. The earnings is moving on, is in the right direction. We've just beaten on earnings by a significant amount, actually. We've got cash. We don't have any debt. If you like this sector, obviously you know it's high risk anyway. We've just heard from the latest trial. It's going well. It's got good company. So I guess it's a potential buy with more research. Absolutely. So click above my head for further information. Down below in the description, you'll find links to Alpha Spread, which is what I use. If you like this software, you can get it for free or a premium version. My members get a discount, a lifetime discount. So you can do that and you'll end up getting my membership for free. And over here, I'll put more reviews. I've done over 100 now. And I'm continually doing my reviews for my members. And there you go. So for me, it's a potential buy for the reasons that I've given, but not a buy today. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other.